Hi Gemini, and welcome to October, spooky season. This is as a reminder for anybody that has their sun, moon, rising, midheaven, or Venus in the sign of Gemini. However, if you are cross-watching or you just happen to click on this video out of pure interest, there is a message in here for you, and I hope you hear all that you need. Let's dig into your reading, you guys. Major players, okay? Coming into the first week of October, you have the Death card, followed by the Page of Swords, and the Temperance card. Coming into the second and third week of October, you have the Six of Swords with the Judgment card and Justice, okay? And then coming into the last week of October, where you will find yourself or what you need to do to overcome, you have the Fool card with the Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups. Yes, yes, and more yes. That's all I'm getting with you guys, okay? The Death card has come out in a lot of different videos. I can't even pinpoint them. So Scorpios will either have a heavy influence on you and your life, as far as people that will physically manifest into your life for the month of October, digging deeper and having a deeper connection with Scorpios, and or just the placements as far as planets are concerned, like Venus being in Scorpio, which means greater depth in love, as well having to face some of those emotions that you have buried, that you have not wanted to deal with, right? You've kind of just been pushing it to the side and pushing it to the back burner, saying I'll get to it when I have time, you know, not taking care of your emotional nature. So it can go either way. But outside of that, other major players, you have Sagittarius that is here. You also have more Scorpio. I'm just convinced that it's a Scorpio or something. With Venus being in Scorpio, it's going to cause people from the past, people that you have long forgotten, right? That you've buried, that you may have declared have been dead to you. They might be trying to make a comeback and make a resurgence into your life, make their presence known, okay? You also have the Justice card, though, which talks about air signs, Libra. More specifically, if not a Libra, then you are just really having to figure out what it's going to take for you to have balance. Libras are all about being a complement to the energies that it is surrounded by, that it is immersed in, right? You can't have both people being extroverts, right? So if you are more of an extroverted type of person, your complement would be somebody that is a little bit more introverted, a little bit more to themselves, and really finding the benefit in having that duality or that polarity in that type of relationship, right? Or within yourself, knowing when to pull the different attributes of who you are for the circumstances that it requires you to be. Hopefully that makes sense, right? And then you have the Fool card. Just talks about like major new beginnings. I'm not sure if the Fool card is associated with a specific sign. I think this is more planetary aspects. It escapes me, but I will put it up here on one of these sides when it comes. But then, you know, at the end of the day, by the end of October, you have the Ten of Cups. You get a yes from the universe. You get the satisfaction that you've been searching for, right? The answers are coming to you. This is exciting. This is an exciting time, okay? Really delve into the different energies that you feel for this month, but just be careful that you are dealing solely with like your own energies, right? Don't take on the projections of other people's energy. But major transition here. This card is going to require, when you feel this energy, for you to surrender. Be very naive, almost childlike in your sense of surrendering. Don't give up something just because you know something better is coming along. You know what I'm saying? Don't allow your ego to get in the way of the transformation that's trying to take over your life, right? That's trying to come in. really let go of what you need because it no longer serves you. It's not helping you to grow into a better person. It doesn't help your thought process. You keep finding yourself in negative thought patterns and then manifesting more negative experiences. So it's time to change that and transition that, just because it's not doing anything to make you feel better. Do you know what I mean? So when you surrender, truly let go, simply because of how much of a disservice it has been for you, whatever it is. If this is your career, if this is your relationship, platonic or romantic, again, if this is more so just your own thought patterns, the way that you perceive yourself and that you perceive your life to be going, if it is in regards to a creative project or idea that you have had that you thought would go somewhere, but it's reached the heights of its abilities, right? It's taking you as far as it possibly could, right? It's gone as far as it could. There wasn't much longevity in that idea. Okay, well, let it go. Okay, be very open but very childlike in the surrendering that you will have to do for the month of October. I'm just really getting the sense that you guys are really changing your perspective more so when it comes to your true nature here with this Temperance card, right? Geminis, your goal in this lifetime is to integrate knowledge, right? You guys are, again, as I always say, the street rats of the zodiac. You always have to be out in the elements, in your environment, in your surroundings, and being a sponge to all that is out there to be learned about. So keeping up to date with lingo, keeping up to date with social interactions and how people use language to get what they want in the different interactions that you see, right, that you bear witness to. And again, like kind of like how far you go to please those in your surrounding, like, because you understand the good and the evil of life, the evils that exist in life. It's kind of like you want to kind of protect other people here with this Temperance card from that pain, or having to bear the pain of like very negative experiences. So you will go through that and you will incur all the bruises, right, that can come from like the Page of Swords, and you will kind of take it on and take it upon yourself just to make sure that you can still provide for other people and they not have to go through kind of like their own, what do you want to call it, like dark night of the soul, their own trenches to get to the gold. You know what I'm saying? You do a lot of the heavy lifting, right? But I feel like that is going to be changing in the month of October. I feel like this Death, Page of Swords, and the Temperance for some of you is going to ask for you to be asking for forgiveness, okay? Learning how to be more forgiving. Like this month, it's going to ask for you to kind of tap more into your softer side. The Temperance is all about yin and yang. So if you know that you've been more masculine, more, what do you want to call that? Like intolerant of a lot of things in life, or just more authoritative, more intellectual in a sense, then it's time for you now to get into the habit and utilize watery energy. I am getting that, although Sagittarius is not a water sign. It's just being more vulnerable instead, being more compassionate or sympathetic instead, fully integrating the knowledge that is your nature. Because although it's not here, we do have the swords here. So you have to understand that the third house corresponds to Mercury and Gemini's naturally ruling house, and Mercury is your ruling planet, okay? Mercury is all about the lower level learning, though, that you need to know. It's kind of like knowledge. Mercury is all about knowledge, but Sagittarius, which is ninth house and ruled by Jupiter, is all about higher level learning. So you have knowledge and you integrate that into understanding. You get the importance of what it is that you've learned, right? Implementing a more understanding side, right? Six of Swords is here. Six corresponds to the sixth house, which is Virgo's house, and that rules or talks about jobs, service. And this does not have to be a career. That's more of your midheaven, your 10th house that is associated with. So I feel like a lot of you guys are struggling with the fact that you're in something that you don't necessarily like, but understand that it's not permanent, right? This is just another stepping stone for you to be able to again integrate into the person that you are still becoming, right? Don't be so hard on yourself. But I feel like a lot of you guys, you've had a lot of odd or dead-end jobs that you're wanting to get out of. You're ready for something more. You're ready to have more meaning in your life, to do more meaningful work, okay? Some of you guys might want to work for the government. Some of you guys will do really well working for the government. Some of you guys might be waiting on government clearance, but if not that, then you're waiting for a decision to be made as far as going forth in a job that you might have applied for, okay? Again, you get this yes with this Five of Wands and the Ten of Cups. I feel like a lot of you guys have just had to understand the role that you are supposed to play in the bigger picture of life. Listen to where you feel pulled to go next, right? Again, with this Death card here, you've gone as far as you can go. It's time to let go and allow for yourself to receive something else, to be able to start a new chapter. Definitely feel like a lot of you guys are tired of going back and forth, okay? That can be a little bit of passive aggressive energy. So if this is about a relationship, you're tired of the back and forth, the 1 minute I'm in it and then I'm invested and I really want this commitment and I really want this expansion, but then the next minute it's kind of like, oh well, I just want to get my feet wet. I'm still learning. I don't know if I'm still quite ready, because I don't want to have to lose or give up the freedom that I have or that I've been having, or the perception of freedom that you feel that you get with being alone. I was going to say solitary, but that's something that you may have to, of course, reflect on. That might be a pattern that you definitely need to put to rest, right? That whole like back and forth wishy-washy energy, that's what I'm getting, okay? You can't expect people to wait around forever, and I'm definitely getting that with the Six of Swords, sorry, the Judgment and the Justice card. That's not right to have somebody wait on you to make your final decision forever, you know what I'm saying? So know what it is that you want, listen to what it is that you want. If you know that you for sure want to be single, or you want to go down this path alone, you don't want to take anybody with you, then move in that direction, okay? But don't drag anybody else along, because you won't be able to come into this energy, which is very good. You'll do yourself a disservice and go 2 steps backwards, and then have to deal with karma, right, for stringing people along. So if you know you are better being independent at this time, then definitely do that. But if you know that you are really looking for companionship and you're tired yourself of the whole wishy-washy energy, you want the opportunity to do right by not only yourself but somebody else in your external environment, then do that, right? Whoever it is that you are going towards is somebody, again, that complements you, okay? Which we talked about with the Justice card with Libra. So an air sign and an air sign, that might be what it is that you're needing in life. Somebody that gets you, you know, that gets your nature. But if nothing else, this is just coming into one's own, okay, and being very happy with the work that you have done, right? So a lot of good is here, you guys. If this resonated for you, give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.